Archaeologist Sherif El Morsi, who has worked extensively on the Giza Plateau for more than 20 years, and his colleague Antoine Gigel, discovered a strained fossil at the Giza Plateau. This fossil discovery suggests the pyramids and Sphinx were submerged underwater. The idea that the pyramids and the Sphinx at the Giza Plateau were submerged, once under a large amount of water, has troubled experts who have disputed the possibility for decades. Scientists have argued with compelling evidence that the entire landscape at Giza, including the pyramids and the Sphinx, shows clear water erosion signs. This has led several scholars to believe that the ancient necropolis was once submerged under the sea. But where is the compelling evidence? According to this archaeological discovery, it backs up theories that the pyramid, as well as the Sphinx, was once submerged underwater. Dr. Robert M. Schoch was one of the first experts to address the idea that the plateau's ancient structures are far older than what mainstream scholars suggest, and that the entire region was once submerged underwater. Back in the early 90s, Dr. Schoch proposed that the Great Sphinx of Giza was a structure that is thousands of years older than archaeologists currently accept, and that it was created between 5000 and 9000 BC. This theory was based on erosion patterns of water discovered at Giza's monuments and the surrounding landscape. El Morsi and his colleagues have been trying to prove that theory right by searching the Giza Plateau for clues that may reveal the monument's true nature. And their search for answers eventually culminated in a discovery that many suggest is conclusive evidence of a submerged Giza Plateau. During one of their studies of the area, and as researchers analyzed and documenting erosion marks of the monuments at Giza, they discovered a fossil. The evidence led El Morsi and his colleagues to propose that the Giza Plateau was flooded in the distant past by a surge. The evidence led El Morsi and his colleagues to propose that the Giza Plateau was flooded in the distant past by a surge. Skeptics argue that the echinoid found on the limestone was exposed by erosion, and the fossilized creature was, in fact, part of the original limestone, formed around 30 million years ago. However, El Morsi explained that the creature was cemented, or petrified, in relatively recent time. The researcher indicated that the creature was found placed gravitationally on the floor and in almost perfect condition, located within the intertidal range of the lagoon. The researcher notes that besides, the plateau's flooding was quite significant, peaking up to 75 meters above current sea levels. This produced a coastline that most likely spanned up to the Khafra enclosure near the Great Sphinx and Menkare's temple. The Sphinx and the Great Pyramid of Giza also show evidence of a major flood. According to El Morsi, the first 20 levels of the Great Pyramid of Giza bear evidence of erosion caused by deep water saturation. But if water levels were so high, and the Giza Plateau was flooded, how long ago did this occur? According to researchers, providing an exact timeline is difficult, since in the last 100,000 years, sea levels in the region are thought to have fluctuated by more than 120 meters. Please share your thought. What if we have dated the Sphinx and pyramids wrong?